Hello, water signs. Happy Monday. Welcome to your daily focus tarot. We have the King of Wands, the Hermit, and the Sun. This is talking about going deep within, looking at what it is that you want to achieve in your life long term, and figuring out a path, finding a way to achieve that, to grow, to foster your creativity, to be loyal to yourself, but still have this rebirth. You're really looking at the long-term plan. You're studying and you're learning, you're understanding, maybe even getting a message about how to get out of this situation. The Devil in reverse. This can talk about being vulnerable, really succumbing to temptation, because you're detached from yourself on a deep level. This King of Wands and the Hermit are saying you're trying to reconnect to yourself. The Devil can talk about this detachment when it's in the reverse. It can also talk about releasing those limited beliefs that you might have had, or even somebody abusing their power. To me, this is more about you releasing negative thoughts, really looking at, what it is that you want to achieve long term with your life, and figuring out, what do you actually need? What do you really need in life? What is it you can let go of in terms of negative thinking, negative emotions, negative things around you? Nurturing yourself, nurturing your health, nurturing your abundance, and looking for that path, getting that clarity on where your path lies, without going from one extreme to the other like you may have done in the past. You're releasing that sort of imbalance of bouncing from one thing to the other, of in the addiction world, because the Devil in the upright can talk about addictions. In the addiction world, they talk about, replacing one addiction with another addiction. You quit drinking, for example, alcohol, and because alcohol has such a high sugar content, then you start eating a lot of sugary foods or drinking a lot of sugary foods. Or quite often people will, who are alcoholics, will, because of AA meetings a lot, they push coffee on people who are alcoholics. So then people will become addicted to coffee and caffeine, instead of the alcohol. It's a much more acceptable and popular addiction in our society right now, whereas in the past, alcohol was an acceptable, so was smoking addiction. So sometimes, this addiction switching, it's not good for you. It's running away, and it's not breaking that cycle. It's not really taking that deep look at yourself that you need to take with the Hermit and the King of Wands to have your happiness and your growth. So you might be breaking, like, not just one addiction, but another addiction cycle, that you use to replace the first one with. So this Devil in reverse can be talking about breaking loose from that, nurturing yourself, really taking care of yourself, and looking at where your path lies, getting a clearer picture, and not going from one extreme to the other or one addiction to another. This Eight of Wands, it talks about having that balance in your actions, and that makes you more efficient. It makes you more productive. It makes you quicker in the things that you're doing. The Eight of Wands can also talk about a fast change being implemented in your life once you find this path and you realize what has happened. This Three of Swords, it talks about really looking at where you're feeling heartbroken, where you're feeling betrayed, where you're feeling like there's grief in your life, and where you were afraid. can even talk about where you felt separation, where you felt like you were falling short of other people's expectations, and taking that deep look at that and turning that into, instead of avoiding it, instead of, avoiding the pain or the self-deception, this Three of Swords is telling you that, you're going to break this issue open. You're going to deal with it. You're going to learn from it, with the moon here and the Queen of Pentacles. You're going to learn from this situation, and you're going to move forwards, and you're going to have a better life. You're going to leave this behind. You gain this wisdom from this pain, and you're opening up a new doorway. This could be the end of a relationship that you thought was going to be stable and long lasting, whether it's, a work relationship, a friendship, a romance, whatever. It could be the end of a relationship with something like like coffee or like alcohol, to use my earlier example. It's this heartache. It's going to bring about your personal transformation. It's going to lead to, when you go within and you're, really looking for your path, the heartache right now, it's going to lead to the sun. You're going to find the sun again, okay? The heartache it's a temporary thing. It's something that you needed to learn. Have a great Monday. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.